All right. Oh, wow. We all popped up on screen at the same time. And my
We have
mic.
sound for all of us.
Smart. Yes, we have sound for all of us. Just smart ass. Anyway.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You said that last time.
Except my mic is going way over and blasting everybody's ears who's just listening to us. Oh, wait. There's nobody listening to us. So that's okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the good news. My name is Michael Henderson Dorland, and I'm here with the Council of the Cult of Brighter Days. And this is our weekly show, and we've actually managed to do it for a month. Okay, I've managed to do it for a month, and Orion surprisingly has done it for a month. Yeah, both of you guys skipped. And what happened because you skipped?
Bad things.
Hey, it's recorded in the last video. They can go watch. It's not like I cut it out. So
yeah, they're gonna watch you play Minecraft for 35 minutes.
Right, and then they're gonna watch Orion's dad have a heart attack for about 30 seconds until he jumps off the computer and leaves me hanging there. So how's your dad doing, Orion?
He's doing well.
Good.
Yeah. I don't want to go too in depth.
No. We just want to know whether is he breathing? Okay,
yeah.
He's breathing. So that doesn't mean people can't send us money or gift baskets or join our Patreon. You know, that's more than welcome to do that.
Quality of life has been severely diminished.
Oh, that's a clip right there, just like a 30-second clip, you know. Very good, all right.
So please support our Patreon.
Yeah, otherwise we want to have a higher quality anyway. So quality of life.
I did find out who one of our regular viewers is for these, but he told me he only makes it so far before he's totally bored and turns it off.
And who's that?
My dad.
Oh, well.
At least he supports us.
That's true. I don't even think my mom subscribed to the channel. So
he told me to make more videos because those are interesting, but he doesn't want me to talk about stuff that is upsetting.
The whole world is upsetting right now. What are we?
Yeah, I don't know what we can talk about that's not a... Man, my microphone is like...
I know what we can talk about.
Oops Journal.
The Oops Journal. I will segue that.
Okay, well, you segue that and everything like that. Go ahead.
Available.
Go ahead. Actually, it's not. It's still
not available.
We found a hiccup.
It's still held up in review process. So hopefully I got it fixed this time, so it should be out of review today. And then we can have it up with the link, and then we can try to order and get them in here in time for what are we doing on Friday night? Because there's no good movies opening.
On Friday night, you can, for Tucson people, you can join us at Poppin' Off for Oops Journaling, where we will construct journals and learn how to do this process.
You know, and if you're not in town, you can definitely drive into town. I mean, we're not going to be adverse.
And you can buy it eventually.
Well, yeah.
You'll be able to buy your own for $19.89 for some reason.
It's because 1980. Stop it, okay? 1989 is a valid date. It's very important.
Why is it very important?
Because it symbolizes what the cult stands for. That balance between success and failure, that fine line that you walk. 1989 was the year that the Berlin Wall fell, which was the event and, the freedom for East Germany against the Soviets and everything. They broke away. And at the same year, Tiananmen Square happened, which was an absolute crushing defeat of freedom. And Tiamat, whatever the hell they call it. It's like, look, I played D&D, okay? Tiamat is like the same thing. Oh, okay. Tiamat's a horrible, evil... I'm glad you guys find this funny, Anyway, so...
Have you learned the difference between Argentina and Venezuela yet?
Why don't you bite my keister, okay? I could say even worse stuff, but anyway, my point is it's a balance between failure and success. And it's a year, and it fits really good in a price point that's under $20, so we look cheaper than $20, but over 15, so it looks like it's sort of valuable. It's a marketing strategy. Plus, it's sort of like a what's the pillow guy's 1946 price on his pillows?
The My
'Cause-
Pillow guy?
Yeah, the My Pillow guy. He has his things set to like 1945 for pillows because it's something with Hitler or something like that. It's like some sort of date. Maybe Richard, being the historian here, knows what that Nazi price is. Oh, we're not supposed to say that word. We'll get banned.
No, we're not supposed to say
Yeah,
that.
especially not in the
We'll
first
just
5 minutes.
We'll just talk about the
Yeah.
My Pillow guy instead.
We have been streaming technically for 13 minutes, so I think I can say
Oh, okay,
fuck now
okay.
and not have us like terminated. Now, if we were on TikTok, that'd be completely different because if I said Epstein on TikTok today, that would totally kill our channel and we get a violation.
Okay, so I kind of did that to our
Epstein.
channel today. Not with Epstein.
No,
For
no.
that part 1 of the video that you put out today?
I put part 1 and part 2 up, and on TikTok we're fine, but YouTube hates us.
One or
Right?
the other always hates us. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no. I
either
think
TikTok's fine, or YouTube's not, or YouTube's fine and TikTok's not.
I'm pretty sure with the change that happened on Monday with TikTok, TikTok's going to hate us forever and ever and ever. And
Now that TikTok's a little more American.
it's not more American, it's more right-wing Nazi Germany in terms of like banning things from what I've seen. And then the company came out and said, "Oh,
And
we didn't
I
mean
did
to
think
ban
that was going to
everything."
happen, but it didn't yet.
Oh,
Okay.
that's surprising because
Did think it was going to happen, and like we had a video that was like meh, but honestly it's been okay on TikTok. On YouTube, on the other hand, like I posted that video, I don't know, this morning sometime, and 3 people have gotten exposed to it. They have cut us off because I said ICE and abolish ICE.
good job.
My bad.
We should just talk about the weather in Wyoming
Yeah.
and how
Good.
How
ICE is
cold is
killing
it?
people.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, you
good
can-
job,
you can
Jess.
slip on it, and you should just get rid of that ice.
We need to learn to do that. I mean, like, how many times do we need to talk about PDF files? I mean, things like that. Actually, we haven't ever talked about that, so it's a weird subject for me to bring up, except for the fact that it's one of those words that masks other words. So it's a liberal dog whistle. Or it's a YouTube dog whistle? Is that what it is?
It's a
Sure.
banger dog whistle.
What?
There's one video that I follow that has started replacing curse words with saying members of the cabinet's name. So like, shut the gnome up.
Shut the gnome up.
I like that.
It works so multiple levels of wow,
So back to the price thing, because actually the
Yes.
guy with ADHD is looping back to one of the topics he brought up. Okay, so like 1488 is a code that they use, and they often type with prices because it's 14 words plus Heil Hitler. It's something weird that they coded it and everything. But like 1776 is another price that some of them use because that's a Christian nationalist militia signaling thing. And then there's 88 for HH for, Heil Hitler.
Mhm.
So we have 1989. That's what ours is.
Okay.
So it's just arbitrarily set at 1989 based off of Tiananmen Square, and the good things that happened. I just think it's very arbitrarily set
1989.
price.
It's not arbitrarily set. Let's see.
I remember what I was doing in 1989.
You were drinking a lot at the house.
Let's see. I would have
You
been
guys are old.
21. Yeah, I would have been 21
Jessica
years
and
old.
I were
That's when we moved
elementary
into
school,
that's
so-
Elementary
19,
school guys.
1989 is when we met up.
Yeah.
That was the first year that we met
Oh,
up
so then we moved into the house.
in 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 90 was more drinking, but we still drank in 89 because I remember sitting at the bar with you and what's her name talking about, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Something about selling ice to Eskimos or something. Oh, yeah, we were talking about why I'm a good cult leader.
Yeah.
Well, no, largely because I can sell ice to Eskimos.
Okay.
I got you to
End of
marry
the
me,
Cold
didn't
War.
I? See?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Where's the rest of your cult? They need to come and help us do things. Like
It's
show up on
because
Friday.
that's because my
Yes.
cult leaders, the people who are below me, the people who are supposed to be out there gathering people and
Mhm.
everything, are not doing a very good job of it. Orion, how many high schoolers have you recruited into the junior?
No.
Yeah, see?
See, our message isn't hip with the kids yet.
What? Okay. I want you to explain to me how to make the message hip with the kids, though. We're gonna have our
Well,
youth.
put nicotine in it.
We're gonna have our youth segment sooner than usual this week. So Orion, explain why our message of be kind, be nice, be funny, shut up or fuck off is not ringing and resonating with the younger set.
Because most of the kids would rather fuck off.
They're loud.
They're allowed.
I can
But-
kind of understand not wanting to engage with this world.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
engage with us because we're the way to engage with the world better. Because we
Yeah,
don't
but it's our
sugarcoat.
peers that are screwing things up.
No, there's not enough Gen Xers in there. There's too many boomers. The Gen X didn't get a foot. We didn't get near the foot
They
in
just-
the boomers just
Haven't there
wouldn't
been
die.
studies on how Gen X decided to opt out of politics for the most part?
Mhm.
Some of us didn't opt out.
I don't know if there was a study,
Like,
but John Mayer had a hit about that.
Was that a song?
Yeah. It's not that we don't care. We just know that the fight ain't fair. That's why we're waiting on the world to change before we get involved.
Well, that's a fucking ass message.
That's what I've been saying. I've been saying that for 20 years.
Who the hell would write?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm apathetic and lazy, so I'm just gonna sit over here and play Xbox until.
Let me know when it's better, and then I'll come.
Yeah, I'll
participate.
come. That goes back to the thing about protests. If we want to talk about that, because that did come up in our discussion with people about whether it's safe to go protest or not. And part of me was like, I don't see the point in going and doing protests, usually. I'd much rather support the people who want to stand on the corner than stand on the corner myself.
Mhm.
Largely because, one, I make good daiquiris and margaritas.
Because your wife is usually the one standing on the corner. And it's really good to bring me daiquiris.
Yeah, that type of thing. Plus, it's like exposure to outside. I'm like one of those hidden cult leaders that sits, in my shrine. Whatever, people come to me, I don't go to them. But the point of the matter is, right now, even though it's dangerous to go out there and expose ourselves to everything, it's more important now because now it gets dangerous. Now you see the people actually step up. And the funny thing is, he didn't get shot at a protest. He was just
He
out
got
on the
shot-
street.
He got shot being an observer.
Right. Neither one of them was at a protest per se. They were targeted individually. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. It makes me want to go out and protest, not because I want to get shot or anything like that, but because it's more dangerous. It feels like it's a more valid protest than normal, just standing on a sign and honking.
Because it's more dangerous, it feels more valid. That sounds kind of screwed up.
No, I mean, like, okay, it's like I'm gonna protest against this bad thing until it gets too dangerous, and then I'm gonna go away. I'm not gonna stand up and speak for my mind when somebody threatens me. I'm only gonna do it when somebody just gives me sideways glances. You know. Now, see, I made her mad,
Yeah.
so she's taking the headphones off.
No, we have a guest.
Oh, look, it's the kid.
Hey, kid.
Why
We
are
were
you
talking about something important, so the kid wanted to come in.
Well, hey, I want to know. That's a good question for you because you're the biggest protester we have in this house. You're constantly. How many protests have you gone out to in the last couple weeks?
You were
One big
protesting the one big one.
You
There
can
was the one big one. The
lean-
walkout.
lean more into the camera so we can see you better.
I'll stand behind my mother.
There you
There we
go. That works good. That looks good.
Yeah.
So you've been to the most protests. How dangerous and how secure did you feel being at the ones you were at, the big one you were at?
The big one that I was at, there was a lot of people and a lot of people to keep us safe and a lot of like cops to keep us safe. But there was things that happened that were like, oh, this is unsafe.
Such as?
There was 2 times that we marched in the middle of the street. The first time we didn't have a warrant.
Permit. Permit.
Warrant.
A permit.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm like forgetting words. That's fine.
It's my
didn't
private
have a
security
permit.
firm here.
And there was a bunch of cops that were not on our side and not there to protect us. And then ICE agents pulled up. And so like it's that side of things where we like if people don't get like permission to do things where it feels unsafe. And there was also some times where there was people who were actively starting more
Aggressive action.
aggressive things, like yelling at cars, yelling at people, getting physically like in people's faces. But I think like overall it felt fairly safe and fairly comfortable, and it felt like most people understood us and what we were trying to do. And it was really big. There was a lot of people there, and there was a lot of people that were supporting other people, even if they didn't know them. Like, I know that I didn't have my water bottle, and I was kind of like super dehydrated. And we'd been there for like an hour, and this person that was standing next to us, protesting as well, we had our signs. They were just like, hey, I have extra water, like you guys can have some. And they ended up running out of water, and I got a Gatorade bottle that was unopened, but it was just genuine kindness shown to other people and other protesters, and it was very nice.
I'm glad that you're safely only drinking unopened bottles of stuff.
Oh yeah,
that
if it was
people
open,
hand.
I would have probably freaked out.
Okay, that's good to know and everything.
Yeah.
So, okay, one question is about the police down there. Then you said the police were not there to protect you, and you didn't feel like they were. Was that all of the police, or was there something else?
No, so we had quite a few officers and quite a few police who were there like with us to keep us safe and to make sure like nothing bad happened to us. But it did get with the first time we marched in the street without a permit, cops that like weren't there to protect us. Their cars and like motorcycles like went down to like because we were doing something illegal, because we didn't have a permit. That is the only time that they made me feel unsafe. But the majority of the time they were like trying to like keep us safe. There was a time where I was a little too close to the street, so they, you know, told me like, "Hey, don't get hit by a car." And then there was another time where I fell. I just straight up fell.
You weren't
And
pushed to the ground?
no, I wasn't pushed
You
to the
weren't
ground.
jumped by
I
ice agents?
misstepped
Are you sure?
and fell on bricks. It's very painful, and they came and checked on me. So it was like there was people that were there to help and support our protest, unless we did something that was illegal and we didn't have a permit for.
Okay. So the big question we had here was, as these protests and everything seem to get more dangerous, the threat of use of tear gas, which we've seen the Tucson police use before, largely in basketball game victories.
But they'll also use it, like we had talked about, towards the end of protests. Often the anarchists will come out, and they tend to be a little more aggressive.
Mhm.
And I've seen tear gas thrown at the anarchists, but they're being aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the most violence against people though was what year was that basketball championship we won? That was
Yeah.
bad. They used
97.
beanbags. Yeah, they used
97,
beanbags and
yeah.
everybody. But overall, they're pretty mellow compared to some and everything. But kid, since you're the one that's out there on the street mostly and everything, and you should take our intern with you next time.
Yeah.
And Orion, you'd have somebody there to protect you, so it wouldn't be near as dangerous. Okay, because trust me,
Hey kid, do you have any suggestions for people who are protesting, like what they should bring?
Yeah, I do have quite a few suggestions. I mean, one of the I think the most important things to bring are like water and probably like a first aid kit just in case something does happen. There like a lot of time at protests, there's people handing out whistles that can be used for like to signal if ICE is in the area, or like they also double as rape whistles. I
Yet
recommend
another
if,
good
like,
thing to have around ICE, I suppose.
yeah. I recommend like if like someone has issues with like things being loud, like bringing headphones or earplugs, and maybe carrying extra ones, like if they're disposable, so like for other people if they need them. Um, Probably if it's gonna be for like a long time, like just food and water. And the only real way to like stay safe out there right now is like with everything going on with ICE and with like the unconstitutional parts of these things. I'd recommend maybe wearing a mask. And like not like a full like for like covering the parts of your face that if you get like 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 pepper sprayed or tear gas, like you can be more protected and have something to filter it out
Not so much to hide your identity, but to prevent yourself. Well, so far yet, we might want to start.
One of the big things is if you see things getting aggressive or like something like that, stay away from that area. Like separate yourself, get other people who don't want to be in that situation to safety if you like brought a friend. And then on the other side, if you know something like they don't have a permit or you see ICE or like cops, you inform people and you make sure people know. And you try your best to stay in contact with people that you do know that are at these things. And I'd say like if you do get in a situation where like there is like this big thing happening and it's directed at you, record. And if you can't do that, like just try your best to get somewhere safe.
Plan an exit strategy.
Don't purposefully engage. And when you're being like, if you do get detained and if you do like something like that happens, don't necessarily like fight, because then you'll have even more charges against you. And there is this possibility of you getting further injured and further blamed for whatever happened, even if you're not in the wrong.
So, Richard, did you pay attention to that? Because the kid's telling you to not be a dick, Richard. So
I'm sorry, I can't not do that. I've been a dick all my life.
I get the like feeling really emotional and feeling really pissed off whenever you like see this stuff happening. And like as much as like I want to get involved and I want to stop this stuff, like there's so many risks and there's so much stuff going on where it's like it's life or death at this point. Like you could die, and there is that chance, and you could be hurt, you could be like physically injured, and like there's no repercussions for the people doing that.
well, and that's one of the questions that we were talking about before you came in and everything was, do you think that it's more important for us to be out there protesting this stuff now that it's become dangerous, or is it more that we should retreat from protesting this way because it's become dangerous? What's your take on that?
I have a lot of like mixed feelings about this, mostly because now is a time where like they're at a weak spot. Like honestly, like people aren't supporting them as much, but at the same time, they have more like they are given this immunity that they shouldn't have. That is like they are actively not supposed to have the ability to do these things and get away with it, but they do have that. Where it's like this is a time where it's important to get them to back off, but they get away with this stuff anyways, where it's just like yeah, it's just at these times it's super important to protest, but like you have to weigh out the option of is it like worth a bunch of people.
Well, and that's where I'm like, is the visibility of nobody in the streets give the message to the masses that nobody cares about it?
So I
Okay,
think
but
you can go.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
No,
I was
you
going to say
first.
my argument is like, does the vision of having all these people in the streets change anything?
and that's why
that's a good
we're the
question.
cult of brighter days, because nothing works right at all, and everything is
So here's what I think. I think that the whole purpose of a lot of this violence in the streets is to try to scare people into not protesting, in which case then it's imperative that it not stop the protests. And on top of that, the protest has always been important when fascism is coming to town. If you can highlight the things that are going wrong so that people can see them and so that the right people can see them, then you can maybe stop it before it goes too far. If people were more in tune to what was happening in Nazi Germany at the time, maybe we could have delayed that or slowed it down, or
they could have corrected it themselves.
they could have corrected it themselves.
It was a lot
Do you
easier.
guys really believe that?
I do. I think I don't know if it's as true with Nazi Germany because that was new. Fascism was new then, and I don't know that it was as possible to see it coming as it is now. But now that we have that playbook out there in the history books, on the History Channel, all over the place, with language that's in place and Nuremberg trials with law in place and all that history that followed afterwards, it's a lot easier to see now, which makes my brain hurt to think that we have all of that and people are still blithely dismissing clear and obvious signs.
Well,
but that doesn't mean that every individual person should take my words to heart and say, okay, I'm going to go stand in front of somebody with a gun. That's not good either.
well,
and so I don't feel like I'm in a place to tell anybody how they can make the decisions about whether they should be protesting or not. Everybody's going to have to make their own decisions about that, but somebody does.
well, you're in an inky black void, so yeah, I don't think you're in a position to tell anybody. Yeah. And the bright light kid, the kid, you wanted to say something.
I want to say, like, honestly, I really agree with Richard. Because this is
That's the first time.
I'm
Well, that's
sorry.
the first
This is
time you've
one of
agreed
the
with
things
him on
is,
a hell of
like,
a lot of stuff.
we as the people and as a collective, we should hold more power. And the more people that like know that and like are active in that, the more chance there is that like they understand that we hold more power as a majority and as the people of this country.
I think that's really sweet, but I disagree.
Because you're jaded.
I am really jaded this
You're-
week. I
and
mean,
then
did you read? You read because I made you listen to the article this week.
Surprisingly, you're jaded, much more jaded than I am, and usually I'm just like the black pitchy ink that Richard is living in at the moment.
But I don't think there's any way out of this at all.
I think, like you said,
I think it all has to be burned down.
That's one of the things with protesting.
That's what they want.
This is
That's what they're trying to do.
Unpopular opinion I have. Is
Another
one of
unpopular
the things
opinion.
with protesting, I think it spreads the word to people who will make change in more drastic ways, but will make change. Which is a weird opinion, but it's like, if that is the, like, it's like it's a gateway to doing those things, to getting things done.
Yeah, but I think it really depends on whether they make correct change. Because if I give them $100 and they give me like 420s, that's definitely not the correct change that I would want.
So I know you're being funny, but you're not wrong. It's an interesting metaphor because we don't want to. So and it kind of ties in with what Dr. Justice just said about burning it all down. Is because the problem with burning it all down is that you don't have any control over how it gets rebuilt at that point, or rather, it gives them more doors to go through to bring in the things that they want to impose. So burning it all down is the wrong kind of change. It's shortchanging.
Well, I think both of you are completely wrong.
Of course
I
you
think
do.
I think you're both completely wrong because it's already burned down. We just haven't noticed. We were in the
Well,
parking lot
there's
and we
something to be
haven't
said about
actually
that,
seen.
too.
Yeah, so Sarah had something to add to this conversation.
I was just thinking, like, we have empowered the grasshoppers to, like, care for us so much, and they have taken that power, and they don't care for us at all. They're so far removed from understanding our experience and anything, any empathy or, sympathy for us. And we have to speak up, but we also have to be the change ourselves. We can't rely on those empowered to make change on our behalf anymore.
Yeah. So that
They're killing us.
Yeah.
and that means that people are going to have to run for office.
People
And-
like us, normal people.
Normal people
Yeah.
are going to have to run for office.
Yeah.
Well, that just
And
excludes
it means
me
the rest of
totally.
us that aren't running for office have to go out and corral anybody that we can think of who's a registered voter and get them to the polls. And those who aren't registered voters, get them to the registration booth.
I still don't know. Okay, so part of my argument is if that was going to work, we had 4 years to fix the fuck up that was happened before.
and we
didn't.
didn't. And we didn't.
We reelected it.
We
We
didn't fix.
re-empowered.
We had 4 years of fixing it, and nothing got fixed. And then we reelected the BS, and
None of the safeguards
worse.
got put in place that should have been. They had 4 years. The first 2 years they could have put safeguards in place to
They tried.
prevent this from happening. They tried.
And yeah, and I remember being very upset at Liz Cheney for voting against limitations that would have applied immediately to Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Based off of the crap that we saw the first time around. There was a proposal, it was in Congress, it was actually a bill to put limits on the president that would have applied first to Joe Biden. And my Republican representative voted against it. And I said, what kind of an idiot are you? Well, she's a late to the party idiot because she did eventually come around to impeachment and the January 6th commission, and she paid the political price for it. She's not my representative anymore.
They come.
Yeah, there was too many people who were like, maybe we can still benefit from this later.
That's why the farmers all voted for him, because they were hoping to get the subsidies that they got the first time he was in office. You know, the farmers were like, well, yeah, it's going to screw everybody over, but we'll get a bailout like we did last time, which is not happening this time because he doesn't care anymore about that.
You're not even willing to pretend to care anymore. You used to be willing to pretend to care.
But it's not just him. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's not.
Getting Trump out of office is not going to fix anything. It's really not. Because
it's just the first step.
Here's the thing.
Or second step. First step is to get Congress back to the Democrats.
I don't even know if that's it. Democrats are, let's vote ICE and give them more money because we'll put body cams on and that makes everybody safe.
So they are willing to.
Let's give ICE a bunch more money because if
that's
we
what
give
they
them more
can
money,
do this time around.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the majority.
Or maybe they could get off their fucking asses and stand up in front of people and say, you're a bunch of fucking dicks. Instead of pussyfooting
I wish
around.
They would.
I wish they would. I wish they would all grow spines and.
That's not the point of them. Like throughout history, that's just how it's been.
Yeah, you're right.
Like but if you reflect on that, it's not something new, and it's not something that should shock us. That therefore,
it does. It does shock us because we've evolved. Or we thought we evolved because Schoolhouse Rock said you've evolved. Fuck you, Schoolhouse Rock. You fucking lied to me. That's all I gotta say. Fuck you.
It's just the fact that, like, I think that we got too desensitized and we had too much expectations for, like, our views and our views being what happens.
Right. Schoolhouse Rock.
That doesn't, in reality, everyone has so many different opinions, and then we take that away and we live in our own little world where we think, oh, everyone can agree with us mostly. And then we get this shock of like, oh, these people aren't fully with what we think and what we're for.
And the shock that you're talking about is valid, and it hit the Gen Xers, I think, hardest of all. And right now, I'm so shocked by what has happened and how I was misled as a young person that I don't know if a conjunction is really a conjunction. Okay, if Schoolhouse Rock lied to me about the melting pot, didn't it lie to me about the magic number 3? Did it lie to me about what an adverb is? I can't trust.
I don't know if this will shed light on it or not, but I was speaking to a millennial this week.
Oh my God, I feel sorry for you.
I know. And
we love millennials. We love millennials.
They were explaining to me how they're okay with everything unless, see if I can do this justice, unless they had to change their
lifestyle
beliefs, their what they're saying, what they're doing, how they're acting for somebody else.
Yeah.
As long as everybody should be in their own bubble and everything's okay and we should have empathy for everyone, as long as they don't have to change for someone else.
And this goes back.
And it was a good thing the conversation was over the computer because I couldn't slap them.
And this is a good example of what Richard was talking about, in the sense that ICE and the administration and essentially culture, the social contract as a whole, wants us to not protest. So they're scaring us with not protesting. They're also scaring us in other ways that people haven't some of them have subtly picked up on the fact, and I've noticed this over the last couple of days, that, okay, a lot more attention has been paid to this guy getting shot than what's-her-name getting a shot in the car, largely because it's a white man. And this man has gotten a lot more attention because he was carrying a gun. And that was probably the worst thing he could do and everything. But the message they clearly sent that people need to take away is that it doesn't matter if you're white, and it doesn't matter if you're a Second Amendment person, and it doesn't matter if you're helping somebody else. And in fact, if you're helping somebody else, you're more of a target. Because he was helping somebody else when it happened, and they made him a target because he was helping somebody else. So
Because he was helping somebody else against the regime.
And it was a female, which is even
working
worse.
against the regime.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it has to do with the fact that he was white. I think it has at least as much to do with the fact that he was the second in a week.
Yeah, but let's think about it. If a black person had got shot the exact same way, do you think it would have this big of an outcry and have Republicans at all saying anything against it? Be honest.
Hasn't it been like 9 people have been killed by ICE?
Yeah.
In the last.
Mhm.
But the only ones we hear about are which ones?
On top of that, there's tons of people like who are dying in these detention centers and these facilities, and they're not talked about because they're immigrants, and because of that,
not all of
they
them.
don't get that.
Not
they
all of
don't
them.
get to be seen and be heard about.
Did you watch the video of the 2 children that were pulled away from the lady in the car? They pulled her over and they drugged 2 children away and left
the window.
Yeah,
of the car.
left her and everything, and took her kids and everything, and they were really young. I mean, and I don't know how anybody can watch that and say this is okay, because it just shows you. And I don't know if it's millennials, but I know a lot of boomers say it's okay too. And I know a lot of Gen Xers say it's okay, because we're not as good a people as we thought we were. And we're not as evolved as we thought we were. And we're not.
Yeah.
I think another big shock that happened was the little boy being used to get his
as
father
bait.
out of that house.
Yeah.
As bait.
He was being used as bait. And I think that also, I think, shocked a lot of people from that area. And then there's so many lies being spread by like the news outlets and like, what's her name? Christina Noem. She like saying the wildest stuff. And most of it, they show photos and videos that actively prove what they're saying is false.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then people still consistently believe, and I think it's because they don't want to be proven wrong. Because they'll feel guilty and they'll, realize that they were wrong, and people don't want to be wrong.
Or it's not impacting them, so they don't care. Because people don't care. They taught it that it's a bad thing to try to help somebody up who falls down or gets pushed down. That's a bad thing. And everything. And I had such faith in your generation. I had such faith that your generation would be the one that changed it. And then this whole 6-7 crap came up, and that just blew everything.
That's Gen Alpha.
Then I'm even more distressed, because that's the foundation of what they're the foundation of our burning building.
I know one of the most, I feel like shocks for me as a person who went to, I protest. I had a sign that said "Justice for Renee Nicole Good," and there was so many people who drove by, and they would flip me off, or yell at me, because I had a sign that just asked for justice for a woman who was murdered by ICE. They get this in their head that, these people were bad people, or they were doing something wrong, even whenever there's actual evidence and videos and photos that prove that no, these people weren't doing something wrong. These people were actively trying to help or actively trying to do good, but they don't want to believe that. That's just a choice that's been made for them now. At this point, it's a choice.
People suck. And if anything has proven to us is that, at least at a minimum, 33% of this country are just douchebags. And if anything else, it proves that the other 30% that let this shit happen because they don't care or because they don't want to change what they're doing or anything like that.
They don't want it to mess up their lives.
Yeah, you know what? I have no sympathy for anything that happens to them. You know what? If their house burns down, so what? You know,
You do have sympathy for them. I know you say that, but you're gonna feel bad for them even when it happens.
no, I probably won't feel
There's
bad
still
for them.
people. It sucks because, like, at
I'll-
the same time, I know that these people who believe this stuff for some reason and for no reason, there's still people, and they're just really, really fucking misguided and really, like, in their own head about this stuff. But there's still people, and I want to see good in people, and it makes it so hard at this time to see good in people who are actively murdering innocent people or actively saying cruel and unjust things about people who don't deserve that. People who are just people like them, and they separate us like we're different altogether when all of us are people. All of us have feelings and emotions and families and people who love us and people who care about us, and we all are human. And it in a way, it baffles my mind how some people can just overlook that fact that we are all humans.
Especially people who profess to be Christians.
Yeah, because that's one of the biggest things. It's like, love your neighbor, like, be a good person, and nobody is like acknowledging that anymore. And it makes me like lose faith in our humanity because we don't have humanity right now. And the people who do are punished for having that humanity.
Humans suck. I don't like humans, so it works fine for me. That's. Oh wait, that's nihilistic. I'm sorry. Let me move back from the little edge of the void here, and say, I really find it surprising that one, my kid has managed to figure out a way to have all of the clips for this week's video be made about them and their political ideology and everything. And I also find it very interesting that Orion managed to foist off his entire youth of the cult perspective onto somebody else effectively. I don't know whether, did he text you in Discord and say, hey, come in here so I can go do something else? Is that what Orion did? Yeah, come in here and save me. I'm bored. Your dad's asking me questions. I don't know the answers.
So I can go get dinner.
I don't know the answers. That type of thing.
No, I heard you guys talking about the ICU-ness, and I was like, you know what? This is kind of my place. Like, I have a lot of strong opinions going on.
Well, you have a seat at the council whenever you want to, so you won't get the status of intern, but you can get status of youth cult leader. I have no problem.
I don't wanna.
What?
Pastor.
What was
Yeah,
that?
you can be our youth pastor.
Youth pastor. Yeah, youth pastor.
I hear scary things about that stuff. I don't want. I'm scared, guys.
Well, you could show people how to be a good youth pastor.
No, but like that would mean I have to watch you guys' video.
Nobody else in this group watches the videos, so why would you have to?
Watch the videos.
People just show.
Yeah, you don't watch the videos, that's for sure.
Do we do videos still? Our membership is down.
I was the first like on YouTube for the part 1 today.
Were you?
I think you're the only
It's because only 3 people seen it so far. That's okay. We haven't even got one person in today, and we never have. We always have at least one.
We
or
got
two
some really
people.
good sound bites.
We always have 1 or 2 people pop in, but nobody even popped in at all today. So I don't know.
My
I
dad will
think
watch it later.
it's because you're
for
stupid.
2 minutes.
It's because you're stupid. Ice comment. And then obviously, if we keep talking, this video is going to get our channel like permanently banned or something.
We're just talking about Wyoming
That's
weather.
okay.
We were talking about Wyoming weather. It's a little too late to say that at the beginning of this, you know. And Minnesota has more ice than Wyoming does.
That's true
On
in
so
every
many
sense.
ways.
It's true in every sense.
So many ways.
So many ways. So we're getting up to close to the end of it. I want to thank our special guest star, the kid. Congratulations, kid. You managed to make it to the big time. You're on the weekly show.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I'll be here once a month.
will
at
you?
most.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
You know, actually, I think
Yeah,
you.
now
I
you're
think.
stuck.
I think you and Orion should make your own youth show, and you should do a youth show once a week with you guys
You can
talking.
just rip on Gen Alpha the whole time.
Yeah.
I would rather rip on millennials.
Oh, yeah,
You,
that's-
you
can do
guys
that
could
too.
rip on anybody you want to. I don't care what you do on the damn show. Just give us more videos to put up that I don't have to work on. So just remind me to set up your computer so you can broadcast, and I'll show you how to broadcast off your
Will
computer.
you give me a new chair?
I told you I'd get you a new chair. You just have to freaking clean up your room and find a chair that fits in there.
I did clean up the room.
Well, find a chair that can fit in there. This is not the place to talk about. This is not the place to talk about equipment because here's the thing.
Stool.
Yeah, but
I
here's
can't play video games on my piano stool.
This-
That's why
This sounds like a family discussion
No,
to
no,
be
no.
held after we're done with the show.
No, we don't want. No, it's not that, Sarah. It's not that. It's that if you guys hear me giving the kids something, you guys might want something for your work. So I don't want to
I've got
give.
a good chair.
Huh?
I have a good chair.
Well, that's good, but it doesn't mean you wouldn't ask for something else. I tell you that much.
All I ask is that our viewers sponsor us on Patreon
Yes,
and
please.
subscribe to our Substack.
Mhm. We got two people on Substack that we don't know.
Woohoo!
Two new people.
We don't even know how to. I would say this: we have 1,440 subscriptions right now on our YouTube channel. We have not gotten any subscriptions over the last week, probably because we say ice, Nazis, and fuck way too much.
Probably.
And that we're shadow banned or something like that. So
I can get you more shadow band.
No.
why don't you get why don't you get your kids at school to actually watch our videos and subscribe so we have more subscribers?
We all hate AI.
Because-
I'm so sorry.
Because if
But
we
we're
get
all of my friends hate AI.
hey, you know
I'm
what?
hate
not AI.
We're
I'm
not
so
AI.
sorry.
We're not
You
AI.
are
First
AI.
off, and second off, if we get
Fuck that guy.
1,500, when we hit 1,500 subscribers, I'll shave my head bald.
No,
No,
will not.
that's not necessary.
that's not happening. Veto.
Subscribers all shave my dad's head bald.
I'll shave my beard and leave a mustache. How's that sound?
No.
I'll shave him. I'll just shave his entire head.
No.
And
Me
I'll
So,
have, like,
where
butter so it's
is our
shiny.
hope as we sign off this week? Give us the shout out for the words of hope, Michael.
Yeah.
Words of hope. I hope
No,
we have
words
15.
of hope, like how to connect to your community and do something.
I hope we have 1,500 subscribers at some point in my life. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Connecting to community.
Maybe,
Connect.
if anybody watches this video, they can make suggestions as what we should do if we have 1,500 subscribers. Maybe that's something.
Okay.
We can have an Ask Me Anything. I'll do an Ask Me Anything. If they hit when we hit
Okay.
1,500, I'll do an Ask Me Anything. And trust me, there's a lot of questions I don't want to answer. So anyway, the good word today, the good word this
Why are
week.
you blurry?
Yeah,
What?
you're
Because I
blurry. How did you
leaned.
blur yourself?
I don't know how I blurred myself. It's my
I think
aura.
that's how we always
It's
look.
my aura.
See,
My-
you threatened to shave your head bald, and Zoom went, we're gonna
No.
Fuzzy.
Did it really do that? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's my aura. It's my aura. I am transcending
Because you're
this.
not wearing your glasses.
No, it's I am fuzzy because my brain is fuzzy because Schoolhouse Rock fucked me over and I don't know what an adverb or a conjunction is and whether or not a noun is a person, place, or a thing anymore. Is it? Is ice a noun? That's a good question. Anyway, we're gonna the good word for this week is I don't know. Go out and protest if you want to. Don't go protest if you want to, but be safe. take
you're not
care of
going
other
to protest
people.
in person, then get on social media and call out the baloney that people are
Mhm.
posting.
Well, and if you're not going
Ask
to,
people.
You can repost reels on Instagram and on TikTok, or add them to your story, or like make your own videos to just get
And-
that word out there.
And you can
Get in the
volunteer
comments.
and donate to the groups that are out there fighting.
Mhm.
and
contact your representatives. I mean, even if you
Again
don't
and
expect
again.
that they will, over and over again on as many different topics. I mean, you have every topic that you can choose from, and choose multiple ones. If you know stuff about a given crazy thing that they're doing, then
Yep.
then write in on that.
okay, you know what, Orion?
And oh, we're gonna look, he's eating green beans or asparagus or something.
Next time you fosk your Youth of America type segment onto somebody else, okay? I'm gonna make you do a show with the kid by yourself.
The kid handled that very well.
The kid
I'm
did.
quite proud of the kid.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I am going to go that far. And I'm also going
He
to
did a
echo
good
what
job.
the kid said. Remember that each one of us in this Zoom is a human being,
Mhm.
and we need to treat each other with dignity and kindness.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, kid, listen to that,
So
because I
there.
expect that from here on out. I expect dignity and kindness from
Conversation
you.
with you the other day about AI.
Kindness.
If that's not dignity and kindness, then I don't know what is.
Kindness, I expect it. Thanks, Sarah. Anyway, this is Michael Henderson Anderson Dorland in a blurry state of self-reflection. And everybody else, let's give a sign-off. You guys should all
Why?
come up with a phrase.
Bless you,
Like,
Step Pope Richard.
that's lame.
Bye.
I'll work on it.
Good evening.
Bless your heart.
Bless your
I have
heart.
hope.
This is Step Pope Richard saying, "Bless your heart."
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and focus in on my rest of the evening with this somehow. I don't know. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week at the same bat time, same bat channel, something like that. Bye.
I got that reference.
Congratulations for the last 40 minutes you've been gone. You got the reference in this one.
And congrats
Okay.
for the last soundbite.
You know what? Peace
Yeah.
out.
Sorry.